Brothers, this video is going to convince you that we really should repeal the 19th Amendment. That there are a plethora of extraordinarily stupid women that are out there being as vulgar and asinine and ridiculous as humanly possible. And really, we should go back to 1 vote per household. 1 vote per household. So, this clip in question, these two gaggling, yakking yentas decided to try to shit talk me yet again. And the reason why we're commenting on this is because I think that there's a teachable moment in this. You guys know me, I'm all for the teachable moments. So, this dumb broad with the hair that looks like horns decides to come out swinging towards me. So obviously she doesn't like me, doesn't like my content, fair enough. But the fact is, she then tries to correct me on something that's just wrong. I used the word unctuous, and this girl didn't know what the word unctuous meant. So she made up her own definition and then called me an idiot for not knowing her made-up definition. The word unctuous does not mean what she's trying to school me into thinking it is. No, the word unctuous is like oily. It has a negative connotation, like slimy, like this oily like residue. It's meant to convey an image in your mind of something like greasy or like gross. Like if you like put your hand in a thing full of pepperonis and like rub your hands around, that feeling on your hand, that's pretty unctuous, that's pretty gross. Or like if somebody has too much gel in your hair and you put your hands through your hair, like your hands feel kind of unctuous. That's what the word unctuous means. It's got this sort of like negative connotation. What does she think it means? No, you just gotta watch.
So yeah, he says this, right? Then, go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
I love the fact that he likes to use big terms, but he doesn't use them correctly. I don't think he knows what vapid means.
Let me just take a step back here. She thinks that vapid is a big word. Let me just take a moment to collect myself. She thinks that vapid is a big word. Oh my gosh. Genuinely, these are the people that I'm dealing with. These are the people that I'm dealing with. The word vapid, lacking liveliness, animation, or interest. Dull. She is dull. Cuckcast is dull. She's a dullard. Lacking taste, zest, or flavor. This woman thinks that the word vapid is a big word. I don't even know what to do with that. That is so shockingly retarded, and it's a revelation about how genuinely low IQ these people are. And every day it appears that a new nagging, yakking yenta comes on the screen to embarrass the host. I mean, the host is an embarrassment in and of herself, but to embarrass the host and just say some stupid, ratchet, ghetto shit. To say some insufferable nonsense that you'd get from The View.
I don't think he does either. And I don't think that he knows how Twitter works.
Tactical dumbass. Vapid means lacking liveliness, animation, or interest. She definitely isn't that.
Yeah, she's dull. Yeah, she's dull. Yeah.
Or lacking taste, zest, or flavor. She's definitely not that.
Yeah, she's a dullard. Yeah, she's dull. She's vapid. There's not much there. Not much substance.
Having lost its life and spirit, dead, spiritless, she's very much alive. Tactical dumbass. If you want to actually use big words, how about you pull out a fucking thesaurus first? Because I don't think you know what unctuous means either. And you really love that word.
Oh, yeah. True.
Unctuous.
You know what? You know what the main version, what the main meaning of unctuous is? It means that it's delicious, it's rich, it's
I just want you to keep that in mind. What is the main definition of the word unctuous? What is the main definition of the word unctuous? It's delicious or rich? No. The word unctuous is excessively ingratiating or insincerely earnest, containing or composed of fat or oil. Slippery, unctuous. It's what a lot of people use to describe a negative connotation in a person where they're slippery, they're oily, and they're fat. Now, it's not actually used to describe somebody that's fat, but that sort of, like when you have like that sort of like slime or residue on your hands from something, like you put your hand through your hair and it's like you've got like residue on your hands. Like that's an unctuous feeling. And it can be used to describe people too. It's a negative connotation, but she thought it meant rich and delicious. That is I don't know what word she thought I was talking about, but she got it wrong. And this is the importance of understanding that these people are idiots. Like, if I get a word wrong, okay, I don't mind if people correct my grammar or people go, okay, well, the word has a different meaning. Like, if I got the meaning of a word wrong, fine. But this woman thinks, well, I don't like this guy, so I can literally just go, hey, Templar dumbass, and then just shit the bed. Like she's fucking Amber Heard. Now, I don't know this woman. I've never talked to her before. She's never reached out to me. We've never had a dialogue, which is fine. I don't think I would like this type of person all that much, if I'm being honest. She sounds like a judgmental whore. She sounds like the type of person that I would go to great lengths to avoid, because there's nothing of value there. When you are willing to humiliate yourself in the pursuit of going after somebody because you're chasing that high from clicks and clout and validation, it just ultimately reveals what a shallow, shitty person you are. And ultimately, that's what these people have in common, is there's no substance to them. They're vacuous. They're vacuous. Yeah, that's not a big word either, by the way. I don't know what your vocabulary is, but words like unctuous, vapid, vacuous, like these are not big words. I don't understand. If you genuinely think these are big words, you're a fucking moron. They're not big words. They're just words that convey a meaning. I mean, if you want, I could dumb it down for you. I realize that we're about 50 points in IQ separated. I mean, what are you at? Like maybe like an 80, 75? Like, I don't know. But this girl literally thought this was going to be a known. Just being hostile, combative, ignorant.
tasty.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? And I love it. The host is like this. Doesn't do any research, doesn't do any due diligence, just agrees with whatever is said. Doesn't matter who's saying it. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. Just agrees. No critical thinking skills. No ability to, analyze. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it meant this. She didn't know what it meant. She basically didn't understand the word and didn't correct her on her own show. How humiliating.
Oh, I did not.
Oh, yeah, you're completely fucking wrong.
Yes. You make yourself look absolutely fucking retarded, and I know this because I've looked these words up.
Did you? When? Did you misspell a word? What word were you looking up that you got to rich and delicious, as opposed to what unctuous actually means? So you think that you think I'm the one that didn't understand the words. You went out there and you started just screeching at me in that typical yenta nagging female voice. And you think that this makes you look good? No, you just made yourself look like an even bigger fool.
Just to get a laugh out of you.
Well, we're getting a laugh out of you. And, I mean, it's depressing, honestly, at the same time. Because to speak with such confidence while being so wrong. Typical female behavior, huh? Maybe you should shut your fucking mouth and listen more. And learn more. And be a little more humble. Because, man, you made yourself look like an idiot. You don't know the meaning of these words. And if you were ever confronted on it, you said, well, I looked them up a long time ago, right? Even though you were willing to excoriate me and insult me for, maybe not knowing the meaning of the words, you not only didn't know the meaning of the word, you decided to go out on a limb and accuse me of not knowing it while insulting me as an idiot. What does that make you?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Oh, yeah. I know you did. We know you. Chat was going to find out in a minute if they haven't seen it already.
Oh, I did that in like 2.5 hours when I was so into it. I was like, I stayed up until like 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday night.
God, it's like watching a perpetually online version of The View. Which one is Whoopi Goldberg and which one is Joy Behar?
Get that done because I was laughing so hard I needed to have it done.
Damn, you were dedicated. You go to bed early, so that's
all right. Yeah, we're done here. Anyway, yeah. So these two women are no longer fans of mine. I think I'm heartbroken. I'm going to be devastated. They're both idiots. No integrity, no honor. Yeah, they don't even know what duty of care means. They don't understand the phrase duty of care. They have no duty of care over the things that they say. Sometimes in moments like this, I actually really start to feel bad for Asmongold. Because part of me wonders, like, is this what he goes through? Like, when he's sitting there in chat and he just gets, like, one of the dumbest comments in the world, he just sits there and has to, like, have an existential crisis, thinking, like, oh, God, like, is this really what I'm doing? But yes, it is. And, yeah, I'm glad they're going to continue. But, I mean, these people are all so awful. And they're all so stupid. And there's no critical thinking in this community at all. There's no differing of opinion. It's weird. It's a cult. These people all think the same. And I think part of the reason why is because I think that they have become audience captured, if you want to know the truth of it. I'll just be honest for a minute. I think that these people, I don't think that they're necessarily as awful and stupid as they appear. I think that they're awful and stupid. I don't think they're as bad as they appear. I think it's sort of like the Hassan effect. Yeah, Hassan Piker is a terrible person. He's a genuinely disgusting, reprehensible individual. But there are moments where you see that a lot of what he says is because he's bad, but also because he's afraid of his audience. And he's afraid that if he says something that the audience doesn't like or that isn't agreed upon by everyone, that he's going to be pilloried and they're going to come after him. By the way, pilloried is also not a big word. That he's going to be vivisected. Again, not a big word. But that's, I think, a lot of the reasons why you see these people act and behave in the way they do. They're audience captured. They have an audience of what I would imagine are highly underdeveloped, angry, bitter, envious, covetous, morally retarded Reddit tier atheists. Some of the most genuinely irredeemable, disgusting, vapid, unctuous people. And they get a bit of euphoria going after certain people. Even whether it's true or not is immaterial. It is completely and totally irrelevant. Whether somebody is bad or not means nothing, because for their addiction, they have this feeling of catharsis. They have like, oh, I feel so good, feeling like I'm better than somebody else. But the truth is, you're not. You're disgusting. And I would bet that a lot of the people who are in the chat, giving super chats and stuff, if these people met them in real life at like a convention, I bet you in their private moments they'd be disgusted too. Kind of like when Emaru had to meet one of her fans that decided that this fucking monster, this lumbering abomination, was going to come up and just hug her and give her a kiss without her permission. Like, Emaru had no way of knowing, but that was somebody that was in her audience. That was apparently captured by her content. I'm saying, a lot of the people in these audiences, they're not all there. They're mentally ill. They're vicious. They don't understand right from wrong. Because a lot of them have sold their soul. They've given up. It's a little bit of tough love, but it's true. These people are the worst. The worst of the worst. And that's what these people feed on. That's my take. I do think these people are bad, but I think that they know what they're doing is wrong. I think they at least have that ability. I think a lot of people in chat don't. I don't think they realize. I think they're playing into the LARP. I think Hassan realizes that he is interested in money and the whole communism thing is a grift, for example. But there are people in the chat that don't realize that. They don't realize it. They think that Hassan really is the freedom fighter who's going to give up all of his material possessions for the cause. That sort of thing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll see you next time.